Mahmoud, congratulations. How does an NBA assistant coach end up in Australia in charge of the NBL champions?
Thank you, I really appreciate it. It's great to be here. Obviously, being in the NBA has been a great opportunity, but just with the growth of the NBL and just seeing how successful the Sydney Kings have been over the last couple of years is a big reason why I'm here. And then just good friends of mine, Will Weaver, Chase Buford, they've said nothing but great things about the city of Sydney, so I had to come check it out for myself.
Is this your first time in Australia?
First time in Australia, so.
And what is your opinion so far?
It's been, honestly, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Obviously, outside of the organization, everything is great, but the city of Sydney, growing up in Chicago, I'm a big city guy. Sydney has everything that you can ask for, so it's been amazing.
What
Obviously-
appeals? Go on, Chloe, I beg your pardon.
Sorry, you mentioned Chase already. What kind of conversations have you had with him since he's left the Kings?
We've talked about anything and everything. We've talked about everything from the team, from his first year to second year, the success of the team, what it took into his preseason planning, to everything about living situations, where I should live, where I shouldn't live. So we've talked about everything. We've covered everything under the umbrella.
Where did he say you shouldn't live?
He said, Bondi, we should live. Others, I will, God bless.
Mahmoud, what have you seen so far from the boys in the preseason that gives you that confidence that this could be a three-peat season for the Kings?
We honestly don't think about just the championship, the end goal. Obviously, everyone wants to be successful. All 10 teams are going to have the opportunity to do so. But it's just getting the most out of every single day. Making sure that the guys are healthy, making sure that they're learning and grasping everything that they're trying to teach them on both ends of the basketball. That's all we can ask for right now. We're getting ready for our first scrimmage on Friday and then go from there, just one day at a time.
You mentioned when you first were appointed that we kind of expect a pretty offensive, sort of fast-paced game. Have you seen that so far in the stuff you've been working on?
100%. I told somebody asked me, how fast you're going to play. We're going to play fast and try to score a ton of points, but at the end of the day, as long as you score more points than the others, that's what matters most. So.
Chase spoke ahead of the grand final series last year how that squad, despite them going for back-to-back, there were so many new players that it was, they were looking to create their own history. Now this year with even more changes, what is the mindset heading into the season?
Very, very similar. Every season's different. It doesn't matter. If you got 14 guys back and it's one different, everything's going to be different. It's just because all the other teams are different. I can go through the list of imports that are throughout the league. There are a number of teams, that have gotten better. Every year's different. I'm here. We got new coaching staff, got a new roster, new facility to work out in. So just one day at a time. Like you said, I don't think about a three-peat. I don't think about the finals. I don't think about the playoffs. All I'm focused on was today. And
What drew you to the NBL, and how much did you know about the NBL before you came?
That's a good question. So obviously, Will Weaver being in Houston, that's kind of my first, understanding of the league. Just we've had conversations, what he used to do when he was the Sydney Kings head coach, and then Jayshawn Tate, obviously playing for the Houston Rockets. But it's just conversations that you don't think anything of it, but you have an understanding. And when the opportunity came up and I spoke with Pondgrass about a month before I got the job, I started doing my research about Sydney, research about the Sydney Kings, talking to former players that have been here. It's been great, and done my research, but like I said, I'm glad to be here.
What's the biggest? Oh, sorry.
Go on, Dylan.
What's the biggest thing in your coaching style you're hoping to instill on the players from the first game?
For me, it's just about a relationship with the guys. Like I said, for me, the better people that you have around the organization, the better staff you'll have, the better players you'll have. So just making sure that they're in a good place, physically, mentally, and they're truly enjoying every single day.
Can you talk to us about Denzel Valentine? Obviously, first-round draft pick in the NBA. What attracted you to the Denzel pick?
Just the talent that he has. Zell's an NBA talent. Obviously, he's here for a year and hoping to be back in the NBA, which I think he will be. But I've had a previous relationship just knowing Denzel, just from his Michigan State days. I also know his brother as well. But Denzel wanted to be here. It's got to be both. I just want, and sure, I'll come. No, he was excited about being in Sydney and we have, you know, the same goals in life. So I'm glad to have him. Glad to have him.
Andrew Bogut here. Luke Longley's coming back for the start of the season. What sort of role did they play in securing you as coach?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, for me being here, obviously that, you know, when the position was offered, I just wanted to make sure I was doing what's best for my family, for me and my wife, and then just living wise. I told my wife when I got the job offer, I was like, as long as you're happy, you let me know. If this is something that you don't want or you're not comfortable with, we can communicate, because we're in this together. And she's as supportive as can be, and she had to make a number of changes that is very sacrificial, and God bless her. So I'm very thankful for her. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. So Luke and Bogues, and obviously the basketball history behind them, obviously it's good to be here with Sydney, but it's all family. It's family first.
You've got former champions, you've got returning players, you have young guns and seasoned players. How proud are you, or how pleased are you with how the squad is looking?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're healthy. Today was a good day. We'll worry about tomorrow. I'll do my planning and be prepared for it. Everything will work out for the best. Like I said, all I can do is be prepared to the best as possible. Make sure that they're in a good place physically, mentally, to come out on the court and practice. And then whatever comes from it, that's all you can ask. Because all we can do is prepare. Come on, nobody else? That's it?
Well, you know what, just one on maybe Jalen Adams. Mahmoud obviously won the MVP trophy here the last time he was here. What have you seen in him so far that makes him such an attractive prospect for this team?
Just that. He's shown why he was the MVP. But it's also a good understanding on his part that it's a new season. Teams are different, players are different, the rules are even different in the league. So just his understanding, hey, what you did then, I was like, has no indication on what you're going to do this season. So you have to fully prepare and turn the page and just be ready for this season. So he's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal.
What have you made of Alex Tuin? Is he going to be in your starting five? Have you thought that far ahead yet?
We've thought about it, but you know, no matter what happens tomorrow, you know, going into game one, I mean, everything's going to change. I mean, we can mix it up. I'll tell you, Chloe, going from game to game, coming from the States, might be thinking about treating it like an NFL season, and might mix it up every game. Might keep the same starting lineup just based on who we're playing. So, but he's definitely performed well. I'm very happy with where he's at. I'm very happy with the three imports, where Jody and Jonah are at. Like, I can go down the line. Like you guys have asked, they're honestly, Chloe, they've been in a good place physically, mentally, and I think that the work that they put in for where we are today, I'm very happy with the entire team. So, God bless you guys.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.